I'll be with you in just a minute.
Hey, mister, we're late. I hate to drive to the studio in such a messy car.
Oh, I ran into some showers coming back from the desert, and I didn't have time to get the car washed.
Well, we're due at the producer's office right now. Why won't he let us in?
Take it easy, hon.
Kids, this is a big job you're up for, and you're going to meet a very important producer. That little trick is what lost you the lead in the moonshot picture.
All deliveries through the west gate, ma'am.
We happen to have an appointment with Mr. Carl Abbott, and we're late. We're the Hathaways.
Are you sure you're not making a delivery?
She's sure. Look, you happen to be holding up 3 very important actors.
That's enough. You don't have to show him your press clippings.
Go right ahead, stage 4. That was Rin Tin Tin.
Rin Tin Tin. Wish I owned his reruns.
Mr. Abbott's office is straight ahead. Across from stage 43. About 6 blocks. But you'll have to park your car here.
Why can't we drive over there?
There's no parking in the studio.
What about that big black car that just went through?
Well, that was an important star. Hi, Freddie.
Top of the morning to you, Joe.
That was Mr. Fred.
Hey, I didn't know he could talk off stage.
I thought our kids had talent.
The Hathaways, starring Peggy Cass, co-starring Jack Weston, and featuring the Marquee Chimps, is brought to you by
ABC TV, the network that brings you Target, the Corruptors, every Friday over most of these stations.
Very nice. Hey, that's pretty too, honey. Charlie, that's wonderful. You painted the Eiffel Tower. Oh, not the Eiffel Tower. Well, what then? Oh, I see. It's an ice cream cone. Well, either way, it's very good. When you go to Paris to paint, you be sure to take me with you. The moon isn't quite that square. Maybe if we make a big round moon, Daddy will buy it and hang it in his office.
And maybe he won't.
Now listen, hon. Don't knock their creative urge. They feel badly enough about losing their job yesterday.
Well, it wasn't their fault the script was rewritten for 3 cats. It's showbiz.
I'm not so sure. Mr. Abbott was angry because we were late. Mr. Abbott is never late.
Well, it wasn't our fault that the gate man held us up.
That's what I was getting at. If we'd had a decent car, we could have driven right through.
There's nothing wrong with our car. I had it washed and it looks fine.
The Brockwoods have a new car. It came this morning.
I know. I saw it.
Well, if we can't get a car until next year, at least let's have this one painted.
But we don't need a paint job. What is this, a conspiracy?
Well, if it were painted another color, like black.
Why black?
Anyone who's important in this business drives a black car. Didn't you notice yesterday Rin Tin Tin and Mr. Fred?
They're not people.
A lot of people who are people wish they had their income. Aren't you ready?
Oh, good. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. You again, wise guy.
Well, sorry to disappoint you about the horse. We're having banana souffle for lunch.
Great. Feel like a new man.
Hey, maybe he'll let me have the car painted. The old one wouldn't.
Honey, I still think it's unnecessary. Mrs. Allison, we'll leave it up to you. What do you think?
Well, it makes no difference to me. I ride 3 buses every day.
Well, don't you think the car would look a lot swankier painted black?
Any color looks swanky to me as long as it isn't rapid transit green.
There's Roy. He'll be driving me to work, so I won't need the car today, dear. It's all yours.
Oh, I don't need it. I'm going to stay in the house today. The children are up for a television commercial, and the casting director told me he'd let me know today whether they got it or not.
Oh, good luck. Bye, hon. Say bye to the kids for me.
Okay. Mrs. Allison, where are the kids?
I don't know. The last time I saw them, they were headed for the garage with their painting sets.
Catch them before it's too late. Oh, no. Kids!
You're quite right, Mrs. Hathaway. That car does need a paint job.
I'm afraid Mr. Hathaway will think I messed up the car on purpose so I could get it painted black.
Well, it's cheap paint. It ought to wash right off.
Hey, that's right. Listen, we could turn the hose on it and you could get some rags. Would you mind, Mrs. Allison?
Well, I was supposed to polish furniture today, but I don't care what I rub. I'll get some rags.
Hi, Elinor.
Oh, hi, Thelma. Come on in.
Say, would you and Walter mind if we parked our new car in your garage for a couple of days?
Oh, I'm sure it will be all right, but what's the matter with your garage?
Well, Bert's put in a new driveway with a batch of cement he had left over from a job. You know, it takes a couple of days for it to harden. Hate to put that new car out on the street.
Oh, boy. I don't blame you. If I had a beautiful car like that before I'd let it sit outside, I'd put it in the bedroom and I'd sleep on the street.
Good, I'll go move the car.
Oh, listen. I'll move mine. The kids have been playing with paint and they've got it all messed up. We're going to have to wash it off.
Well, if you want me, I'll give you a hand. I could use the exercise.
Here.
Where'd you get the dust cloth?
Well, Mr. Hathaway had some old shirts, so now we have some new rags.
Listen, let's get started. You get the kids. They can help.
I'll get the hose.
You better wait for the water, kids. Dry cleaning will never do it. Charlie, you bad boy. Look what you've done to Mrs. Allison's dress. Oh, look, Mrs. Allison. He gave you a handkerchief to dry your dress. How can you stay mad at him?
I can think of 30 different reasons why.
I was going to tell you to unwind the hose before you turn the water on. It's pretty tricky.
A couple of minutes ago, I would have said thanks for the tip. Okay, out of the way, everybody. Let's turn this hose on the car for a change. Turn it on, Charlie.
Taking my wife and kids to Canada, just outside of Vancouver. Most fabulous fishing in the world.
Sounds kind of expensive. What do you figure it'll run?
Oh, $300. I got it figured out to the penny. Got the money stashed away, too. The only trouble is that Elinor has been bugging me about a paint job for the car. That'll be about a $200 job.
Why, Al Rice will paint your car for $30.
$30, that's more like it.
And they pick up and deliver. And the whole thing doesn't take more than a couple of hours.
I think I'll do that. I'll surprise her. Al Rice, please. I was just thinking. I'm going to spend $30 for the paint job. That'll leave me about $270 for the fishing trip.
It's no fun if you have to scrimp.
No, we don't have to go as far as Canada. It doesn't have to be 2 weeks. We can cut it down to 10 days and go as far as Seattle. Fishing's plenty good around there, too. Hello, Al Rice? This is Walter Hathaway, Hathaway Realty Company. Look, I want to have my car painted.
Gin.
I think it looks worse. It's going to take something stronger than water to get this out.
Yeah, like sandblasting. We better take this down to the car wash. Hey, tell me, you want to take a ride?
Okay, while we're waiting, we'll pick up some things at the market.
Now, you kids behave. Mrs. Allison, please try to keep them out of trouble for just an hour.
Yeah. Gotta save some for tomorrow. It's been so wet. It's not even Saturday night. Okay, you spacemen, come on, let's go. Good shot, Charlie. You're hot today. Now, my turn. Oh, I'm out while I go inside and answer the phone.
You see what I see, Nick?
Nothing surprises me on this job anymore, Joey. Last week I was at a house where they had a seal in the swimming pool.
I wonder what happened to all those old-fashioned people. They used to have dogs for pets.
I don't know. I guess they just don't get their cars painted.
We got enough time for basketball. We came for a car. Where is it?
Brand new car. You sure you got the right house?
Yeah, 148 Magnolia Drive. This is it. Wait a minute. I forgot the boss said something about the car really didn't need a paint job. The guy's wife just wanted a different color. Black.
Well, we better get started on it. There's quite a rush on it. Just in case they wonder what happened to the car. Thanks for the direction, kid. Don't take any wooden peanuts.
Hello, pal.
Well, I'm glad to see you didn't get in any trouble while I was away. I'll turn in a good report to your mother. Okay, let's get on with the game. It's my turn. Throw me the ball, Charlie. Pick it up with your hands, not your teeth. Oh, Charlie. Look what you've done. Tomorrow I'm going to take you bowling. Let's see what you can do with one of those balls.
Hi, kid. Excuse me, Charlie, but we're going for a spin.
Hi, Bert. Hi, Selma.
Oh, hello, Elinor.
I heard voices and I thought it was Walter.
It was awfully nice of you to lend us your garage.
Oh, that's all right. It won't hurt our car to stand in the street. The way it looks now, it could only hurt the street.
I thought you said our car was in here.
Yes, I drove it in myself.
I saw it just sitting there.
Now, don't joke with me, Thelma. Where's our car? If you let go, Enoch, I'm in no mood for basketball.
I think Enoch's trying to tell you something.
Yeah, well, somebody better tell me something, and quick.
Bert, that's our license number.
That's right. Well, this is the same model station wagon, but this is a black car.
Just the kind I want.
Thanks a lot, Roy. See you later. Bye-bye. Hi, Elinor. Folks. Kids. How do you like the paint job? Had them do it in black, just like you wanted. Surprise? Did I say something wrong?
Walter, you had the wrong car painted. This is the Brockwoods' brand new station wagon.
Brockwoods? Well, what's it doing in our garage?
Elinor told me I could leave it here temporarily. Our new driveway isn't finished yet.
Oh, I see. Well, I must say, it looks like an improvement. It looks like a new car.
What do you mean it looks like a new car? It's only 1 day old.
I waited 6 weeks to get that color. Oyster white.
Oh, baby, it's clam black now.
Look, I don't know what you two are carrying on about. It'll only cost you $30.
Cost me $30.
Walter, since you're partly to blame, I think you should pay at least half.
Now, you listen to me. I'm not paying 1 penny, and you're painting that car back to its original color. Come on, Thelma. I'm in no mood for a spin.
Sorry, Elinor. Fine thing. Now it's going to mean 2 paint jobs on a car that didn't even need 1.
Another $60. Well, looks like that 10 days in Seattle is out. We'll have to settle for a week in Portland.
You better make it 4 days in San Francisco. Our car hasn't been painted yet.
That's out. Car's good just the way it is. We can drive it for another year. There's nothing wrong with the paint.
Oh, yes, there is. Come on, I'll show you.
Some good old soap and water, and we'll have that car looking like new.
But didn't you tell him you had it in the car wash yesterday?
I was afraid to. He's in such a bad mood, I didn't want to make him feel any worse.
Well, the exercise will probably do him good.
Stuff's pretty stubborn. What'd you do, have it painted on or tattooed?
Mr. Hathaway?
Yeah.
We're from Al Rice.
Oh, yeah.
You called this morning about another paint job.
That's right.
This is the car, is it?
No, this car doesn't need a painting.
It doesn't?
No. No, look, you kids relax. I'll be right back. This is the one I want painted.
That's the one we did yesterday.
Right.
You mean you want this car painted and the other one doesn't need it, right?
That's right.
You want it painted black again?
No, oyster white.
It figures. He had it black for 1 day. He's probably sick and tired of it by now.
It's a long story, and I just don't have the time to explain right now. I want you to take the car and paint it oyster white the way it was yesterday and bring it back as soon as you can.
Okay, buddy. You're paying for it.
Don't remind me. Okay, kids, up on your feet. I'll back it out and let the Brockwoods car out of the garage.
I wish my kids took orders like that.
Well, some kids are smarter than others.
How does that feel?
I don't know. It still feels a little numb up there.
I'm not surprised after working in the hot sun all day.
I've been thinking, I ought to pay Al Rice $30 and have him paint our car, too.
Gee, at last I'm getting a black car. The hard way.
Cuts down on our vacation. Instead of 4 days in San Francisco, we'll have to settle for a weekend in Santa Barbara.
Is Al Rice on the exchange? I'd like to buy some of that stock.
And yesterday, I never even heard of Al Rice. All of a sudden, I'm his best customer.
Oh, I get it. Chip off the old block, huh? Come on. There we go.
Mrs. Allison, would you please answer the door?
Excuse me, Enoch. It's either your neck or mine.
You know, I'm glad all this happened. Now we really know the Brockwoods. They showed their true colors.
Yeah. Oyster white.
I never thought Bert could be so vicious.
In a way, I can understand it. He was so proud of that new car.
It's the men from Al Rice. They brought the Brockwoods car back. Back.
Do that to me. You nearly scared me to death. Come on, let's take a look.
comes Tarzan and Jane.
There it is, Mr. Hathaway. Oyster white again.
Oh, I'm glad that's over with.
Oh, it looks lovely, but I prefer black.
Well, back she goes again.
No, not that one. Finish with that one. I want that one painted black.
You mean the one you said didn't need painting?
I changed my mind.
Paint it a nice, deep black.
Anything you say, you take it, Nick. I'll see you back at the shop.
Now, you're sure you want it painted black?
That's right.
You sure you won't change your mind and want it painted white again tomorrow?
No.
I was only trying to save myself a trip.
Our car may not be as new as the Brockwood, but our paint will be.
Yeah. From now on, they can park in their own garage, driveway or no driveway. We're the kids.
Children, get out of that car! Listen, you kids, get out of that new car. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, get out. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, you kids, get out of that new car. Come on, get out. Come on. Ah. If Bert Brockwood saw that, he might make us have the upholstery recovered.
Thanks for the lift, Dave.
Well, there it is. Oyster white, just like it was before.
That Al Rice sure does a great job for $30.
Al Rice? Well, no wonder it's streaky. What do you think you have? You're a sucker trying to palm off a $30 paint job?
Wait a minute. I had this car painted twice. Isn't that enough?
No, it isn't. I want a factory paint job just the way it was before you ruined it.
Factory paint job? That's going to cost $200.
$200? What factory do you have to paint?
Now, look, Brockwood, have a heart, will you? I've already spent $60 on that car. You're not going to sock me for another $200, are you?
You're legally responsible. I want that car exactly the way it was, and I don't care how much it costs.
$200. What am I going to do?
Al Rice Body and Paint Shop. Al Rice can paint your car for $30. Factory job, $200.
More of the Hathaways in a moment. But first, this message from next week's host.
Go ahead.
Bert, I'm sorry this whole thing happened, and it was all my fault, and I'm willing to pay for the factory paint job.
That's awfully big of you, Walter.
Well, as long as we're neighbors, I guess we might as well be friends.
I was hoping you'd say that, Bert.
Let me shake his hand. I'm the one he's mad at.
Dinner's almost ready, Bert. Come on.
Okay, Thelma. See you later, folks.
Bye.
Well, a fishing trip shot. $290 for the paint job leaves me exactly $10 out of $300.
Gee, we've gone from 2 weeks in Vancouver to 2 days in Santa Barbara, and now...
Well, we'll go to Santa Monica some night and go fishing off the pier.
Hey, look, Walter. Al Rice is going to paint Charlie's car.
Well, there goes Santa Monica.
Oh, I get it. Oyster white again.